Hey there. So I'm finally decided to put out another video, and I still haven't figured out how to do this stuff and how to do it best. But every year that passes that I've been doing or living with chronic illness, I have seen certain weeks that are awareness weeks for a number of conditions that I've been diagnosed with. And also, there's an organization that is called the Invisible Disabilities Organization. Um, and this organization is something I identified with quite early on when I was fighting what I didn't know at the time, but severe chronic illness. And some of the biggest parts of this that I identify with, and what's really been a theme throughout the time I've been ill, has been the quote unquote invisible nature of my disabilities. So it's not to take away or to compete or compare to people who have very tangible and visible disabilities. And it's not to cry and whine about having a presentable appearance at times or having conditions that make our exterior not as evidently sick as others. But, there's a huge spectrum of conditions that fall under invisible disabilities. Everything from mental health conditions to fibromyalgia, Lyme disease, autoimmune conditions, could go on and on. Crohn's, all sorts of gastrointestinal things that the reason they call them invisible is not that someone like your mother or friend or somebody that knows you well wouldn't notice a change in, let's say, your skin, or let's say your pallor, or your ability to speak, or your enthusiasm about life, or things of that nature. They can kind of see the subtle indications, but even some of the best detectives have a hard time sometimes, including doctors, recognizing the pain that somebody's in from a real physical pain level. And we've done a lot of things with science and technology, and it's amazing, but we've yet to find a way to empirically test and plug in, for example, into your body something that reads out on your iPhone or something that says, oh, Matheos, for example, is, wow, his inflammation level is a 10 today, and his exhaustion level is that of a stage 4 cancer patient, or his cognition is completely affected. We only have really the patient's word, and these patients are your friends, your family members, brothers, lovers, sisters, strangers. And the saddest thing that I've noticed during the time I've been ill, and it's probably one of the most traumatic things that's happened and happens to many of us who are sick, is it's not that we hate hearing somebody will say, oh, you look good though, and then you feel like you have to defend yourself. We'll go, but I feel like shit. It's not that. Of course, everyone likes to hear a compliment or something like that, but it's a touching point in people who have chronic illness, because although we have every right to try to present ourselves, take a shower, cover up skin conditions, like I don't even know if on this film today I've been spending the day trying. Part of my condition comes out, one of my conditions, in my skin, and I have flare-ups, and I'll get red patches and a rash all over my face and my scalp, and it happened today. But I'm a human that likes to cover things up and try. So you almost get punished for covering up those things, or you're made to feel like you have to exaggerate your symptoms, when really the best thing that I think people who want, what they want from friends, family members, caregivers, and support system is just to be acknowledged and to have their story taken at face value. So the risk in that is so small to take somebody's word for it, whereas the risk in not doing it alienates someone, traumatizes them on top of their pain that they're going through with some mysterious illness that they're unable to get diagnosed, or maybe it's untreatable. And they don't want you to fix it either. They just want to be heard. So I'm doing this video because I've been going through hell lately. And just this week, I was released a little bit from the extreme flare-up I've been going through, where I couldn't leave my home in this tent for 15, 17 hours a day at times, fighting to sit up straight, fighting to not lay in my cot and just survive the day. And that's been mostly what it is. And unless I do a video during those moments or capture that and put on social media, people see me like a day like today, where I'm optimistic. I don't have a lot of, my pain level is low today. I do this because I can feel my body, it's not in pain. So I want to do a video in regards to promoting the color is blue for Invisible Disabilities Week. And just if you know somebody that might have one of these conditions, let them know that you care, reach out to them. A lot of us end up isolated. A lot of us end up alone, marginalized by not only our friends and family, but by society, and virtually homeless. And again, I always will repeat that I'm one of the lucky ones. I came to this situation with great privilege and with great means and abilities, and it has taken everything I have. And I'm really fighting for my life. And some people won't get that from this video, and I'm done kind of trying to display how bad it is, because people either have to believe or whatever. It's okay, and I'm not going to hold any grudges towards anyone who doesn't. It's just I have to let go of those people, whether they're friends, family, or strangers. So I appreciate anyone who listens to this, and I apologize that I'm long-winded often. I haven't figured out how to keep things short. But topics like this, I think, are meaningful, and those who it resonates with, I hope you know that you can reach out to me anytime. And even if you're not going through something like this, reach out to me, and don't ever feel that that somebody who's going through chronic illness doesn't want to be able to help somebody else and can't hear your stuff that's going on. We all suffer our own things, and for me, I want to put more energy when I can into making more awareness for the people struggling with conditions that I have, and also being aware that I am super lucky. I've made it this far, and a lot of people haven't made it this far and are in their last days and don't have anyone or anything to keep them up. And they've numbed out their diseases through drugs, alcohol, and I don't blame them. Or they just give up, or the disease wipes them out because they don't have the ability to sustain their medication or anything like that. So I'm going to keep it at that. It's still a very long video, and I apologize, but thanks for listening. And wear your blue if you can, or follow the link that I put about this organization and check it out. All right? Thanks. Peace.